Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your September 2025 reading. I'm Corinne, and we're going to take a look at your September, see what the angels want you to know, and we're going to dive deeper into the tarot for some messages. So I hope you're really well. We're going to see what is coming up for you in this amazing month of September, being eclipse season. So on the 7th of September, we have this blood moon, the total lunar eclipse, and that is in your sign of Pisces. So that is going to be extra potent for you when, being in the 12th house, the ability to have a spiritual awakening, to release what is in our subconscious mind, any illusions. And then by the end of the month, on the 21st of September, we have the partial solar eclipse, and that's the second new moon in Virgo. So this eclipse season is this potent time for some big inner changes and transformations. And I've been meditating on your energy, and I can see that's what's happening for you. So I'm so excited to dive in. And to begin with, we're going to call in the angels and see what messages and guidance they have to begin. So I call upon my guides, and I call upon my guardian angel to bring a message through for Pisces for September 2025. What message do you have for Pisces? Crystal clear intentions with Archangel Michael. And we can see Archangel Michael's holding a sword, and the clear intentions come from the mind. That's the beauty of your conscious mind. You can have the power to create your reality by what you choose. So this month, the angels want you to be very clear and decisive on what you're saying yes to, what you're saying no to, and also being very clear on what your intentions are for this next phase and this next cycle. So, if our mind is muddy and we're not sure of what we want and we're not making decisions, then we can go in all different directions and never get to where we want to go. And the angels really want to empower you by choosing a direction and then having absolute faith that you can get it. So if that is, that can be with a relationship, if you're wanting a relationship, it could be a career, it could be an experience that you want to have. So being really, really clear. If you need to journal it, the angels say, you can journal it, but you don't have to. It's just any way that you can make it really clear in your mind, really knowing that you're creating your reality from your intentions. Can we please have another message for Pisces? Can we please have another message for Pisces for the month of September? And you have Archangel Chamuel and peace. So keeping in a peaceful state of mind is really important for you this month. So clearing any confusions, distractions, meditating if that works for you. And Archangel Chamuel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So that's going to be an important message for you for the month. And we'll see how that plays out in your tarot. Let's find out what needs to be released this month, especially with these eclipses and your full moon on the 7th. What does Pisces need to release? Wow. It's the first time I pulled this card. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of everyday moments and a sense of awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy and flow. So just tuning into that card, opening up, staying with, it reminds me of the pages in the tarot where we can start afresh, thinking of all of what is possible. If you've become closed off and you've felt that you can't have what you want and you've stopped dreaming big, this is the angel saying that keep in the magic, knowing that things can be possible, serendipities, gifts from that come out of nowhere, gifts from God that come into your life, surrendering to all of the possibilities and potentials that are opening up for you. So let's go into your tarot to get more specific messages. And I've meditated on your energy. And what Spirit wants you to know, coming into the month, you have the 4 of Cups in reverse. And this is great because Pisces, this is where you're coming out of a time of stagnation. Because, when he's upright, he's feeling bored. He's not seeing that there's any possibilities and potentials that are open to him. And he just feels like he's really stuck. And if you've been feeling that way, September, and of course, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the beginning of fall, so we've got the new season. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the beginning of spring, new beginnings. So with this change of season, you're going to be starting to feel like things are changing. The energies will be working with you to start getting things moving again. So if you've been feeling bored, that's all going to change. And especially if you've been feeling stuck, not seeing that there's any possibilities and potentials, because there is. By mid-month, you have the Judgment card. And Judgment is the renewal, rebirth, restart, becoming a new person, getting a new lease on life. And that's exactly how you'll be feeling mid-month, which is amazing. And because it came out with the Knight of Wands, it's been able to, have that fire again, getting inspired, knowing what you want to take action on. And so you could, leading up to this, you've probably been feeling a little bit disillusioned, not really knowing what your purpose is or knowing what's next for you. Maybe you've achieved a lot, you've done a lot, and you're just not sure what the next thing is. And mid-month, you'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing what's next. By the end of the month, you have the Lovers. And so this is making a decision, knowing the direction of your life, knowing what you want to do, feeling really aligned with it, and being crystal clear. And we can see the sun above that angel. The sun is is your soul. It's God, it's source, beaming down on you, revealing and showing you your new path. Because what happens is we go through cycles in life. So we go through a cycle where, we achieve something or there's been an ending and we're ready for our new cycle. And we can have this in-between stage where we have finished the old, but we haven't quite started the new yet. And I think that's what's been happening for you. And this month, it's the revelation of what's next and all the possibilities and potentials, and you'll be clearly knowing what direction to take. You'll also probably be feeling like quite a different person, with the Judgment card. It's where, we let go of some of the old ways that we thought about things, the old ways we were in relationships. We've really changed, ourselves. And with that change, then that opens up this new experience, a new phase. So amazing, absolutely amazing. So let's see. And both of those cards, there's the angel above, from the heavens, and they're major arcanas. So it's a big internal shift and change that's happened. And I think you've been ready for it. You've kind of been waiting for it and ready for something more. So it's lovely to see that that's happening for you in September. Okay. So let's get some clarity. So I call upon the light, I call upon the divine, and I call upon my guides to help me with this reading for Pisces for the month of September 2025, to bring them everything that they need to know for the month. So help me to provide Pisces with clear guidance of what they need to know for this beautiful transformation that they're having through the month of September. And so what they're telling me, Pisces, is you don't need to force this. It'll just open up. You'll be shown the way. You don't need to try and work it out, the next step for you, because it'll be shown. It'll be crystal clear this month. You'll get this revelation of what you want and what you want to experience. Can we please have a clarity on the Four of Cups? Coming out of this period of stagnation, stuckness, boredom, being able to take a new opportunity. Can we please have clarity? Oh, what was that? Nope. Okay. Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is all about bringing life back into balance. So when we're out of balance, it can be when relationships haven't been as loving, we've given more than we've received, or maybe that happens at work, when we work really hard and we just don't seem to get enough in return. And so the September and the way that Spirit is working with you is to start getting things back into balance for you, so that you receive all that you deserve in life. So there's equal reciprocity, in your life, especially in the 3D. So it could be with finances. It can be definitely getting support from other people. And for a lot of you, because you have the King of Cups there, so it will be very much to do with receiving, being able to give and receive love more openly. And if you're looking for love, that is a really good sign that love is available. And the King of Cups, of course, Pisces, is you. Being really strong in your sense of self, your sense of worth. And what I'm getting is, in the past, maybe the relationships weren't in balance. This can be when we've had relationships that have been, not supportive, not loving. They take more than they give. And, that can really knock your sense of self-worth and self-value. And, Pisces, of course, you merge. You're so beautiful. You intuitively know what the other person wants and you give so much. But this is really, I can see you've done a lot of work with regaining your power, to know that you're worthy, and you're worthy of the love that you give so much. You're worthy of getting that in return. And this can be coming out of the time where you haven't received it. haven't received the love that you really want and you deserve, but this is changing. So can we please, because finally you're knowing that you deserve it, can we please have clarity on this Knight of Wands? Okay, looking within. Let's get some more on that. So you have the Hermit, which is all about the wisdom that comes from within. And it's about finally, Spirit wants you to really finally know that you have the answers. You don't need to rely upon other people and not allowing other people to take you off your path, to make you feel, to question yourself, to doubt yourself, that you've got so much wisdom. And the Hermit is a reminder that you have all the wisdom within your own consciousness for every answer that you want. And you'll be moving forward. Can we please have clarity on the Lovers? Okay. Strength. Beautiful. Two of Pentacles. No more juggling. Great. Bottom of the deck. Justice. Karmic rewards. Pisces. This is such a karmic reading, actually, when I'm looking at it now. Bringing your life into balance. Receiving what you deserve. And, that receiving has come from the inner work that you've done. It doesn't just happen. You're the master of your life. You are moving the wheel of fortune in the direction of your belief. So if you start believing and knowing that you are worthy, you're amazing, you build your self-worth and self-confidence, and you decide that I want relationships and situations financially that are abundant because I'm worthy of it and deserving of it. I want equal reciprocity. Then that decision has then created this karmic shift where the scales are now balanced. And balanced in, being able to give you what you want, what you've created, a life that is in more harmony and balance. Now, the other thing that I can see is you have the Strength card. So this is very much about getting in contact with your higher self. See, she's your higher self. And this is the human part, the part that can react and feel defensive and get angry and feel insecure, fight and flight, all of that stuff. And she has learned, she's taming the lion. She doesn't fight it, but she's calming it, she's taming it. And that's what we have to learn, is a way to calm that instinctual part. And so because that's come up with you in your reading, I can see that you're working with that. You're building your strength and your resilience, not allowing this to control the direction of your life, that she's in control. Wow. This is a very, very big karmic shift, bringing life into balance. So like I said, for some of you, if it's a relationship, if this has been more in the area of relationships, then all your relationships will shift. If it's in work environments where, you've had bosses that have been, controlling or taking advantage or narcissistic, then that can change. Then that's what's coming into balance. Or it could be friendships or all of the above. But the balance is happening. So let's ask if there's anything that you need to do. So Spirit, okay. So keep doing the inner work, Pisces. keep your emotions in balance, but, not going to extremes with temperance. But the most important thing is that Spirit wants me to tell you is to keep doing the inner work, keep mastering yourself, mastering your mind, mastering your emotions, because that inner work, really creates this change. And you have the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Moon. And we can see those symbols. They're the symbols of Yod, the divine. And so your spirit, God, the divine, whatever you believe in, is guiding you. Sometimes we need to go into the shadow to get our insight and our wisdom. So keep doing that. Don't be afraid of your shadow. Keep looking at, this belief has come up, or this feeling has come up. What's it telling me? What do I need to let go of and release? I'm not going to believe that anymore. That's not who I am. And so keep doing that inner work. It's a day-to-day thing, that we have to do, but have fun with it, play with it. You're the master. This is you. You get to control it. You get to say what you believe and what you want to think. And so keep up the hard work, because you're doing an amazing job, and all of your internal work and the changes that you've made is creating this really big karmic shift this month, which is amazing. So let's see if there's a number. That's quick. You have the number 6666, and it's great blessings. And that's it. With this karmic, when we shift things, then, great blessings can come in. It's self-love, boundaries, good vibes, wisdom, letting go and understanding. So nurture yourself and your needs and boundaries. Let go of the things that are weighing you down. Make space for something new and meaningful, and expand your spirit in all areas of your life. That big love, opportunities, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome, and that's exactly the feeling I was getting from your reading. So Pisces, that is an amazing karmic transformation for you in September. I'm so happy for you. I'm sending you all of my love, light, and blessings. Thank you for subscribes, likes, and comments. They help my channel so much more than you'd know. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.